عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربي زدني علما. ربي زدني علما. ربي زدني علما. Welcome to Al-Huda Islamic Center. I'm your host Ustada Lubaba. Today I'm back again with another video, another lecture. As you know that in the previous lesson we covered in detail about joining the letters together and making them the word. We have done the detailed practice of each and every word one by one. Now we are going towards the next topic, which is the Muqattaat letters, or we can say them as disjoint letters. Now these disjoint letters, they come in about 29 surahs in Quran. First of all, we'll introduce them and we'll tell you that what do they mean basically, and step by step we'll do that how you're going to pronounce them. First of all, what's the detail about Muqattaat letters? So we can say them as secret letters. Why? Because the meaning of these letters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows it better. We don't know that what's the meaning of these muqattaat or disjoint letters. These muqattaat or the disjoint letters. Okay. Now the next thing is that how you're going to pronounce these disjoint letters. So in this regard, you have to go through few of the things which I will tell you. The first one is the thing mud. This is, you can say what there is symbol of the mud. So when this symbol will come on the top of any of the letter, then you have to stretch it for almost 5 to 6 counts. If the mud letter is joined with the sukoon letter or the shad letter, then you have to say it for 6 counts. That's said to be the madde lazim. And if it's alone, then it will be for 5 counts. So this is the explanation of mud. You have to stretch it for 5 to 6 counts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the duration of the 5 to 6 counts. And the other thing is the standing fatha, this one. And you have to remember this thing, that when this symbol, this sign will come on the top of any letter or below the letter, then you have to stretch it for 2 counts. So basically there are 2 type of letters in the disjoint letters. The first kind of letter are to be stretched for 2 counts, and these letters are ha, ra and ta. Ha, ra and ta. So these are the letters that are to be stretched for 2 counts in this topic. Now the second one is to be stretched for 6 counts, and that letters are lam, mim, sad, kaf, ain, sin, Meme and Qaf, Noon. So these are the letters to be stretched for 6 counts. So you have to keep in mind the duration of the stretching, and then we'll go towards the practice. Keep in mind the duration of the stretching, and then we'll start to do practice of the words one by one. I'm going to share the page with you. This is lesson number 4 of the Nurani Qaida. We have to do one by one, okay? I will guide you along with it, the duration of the stretching, and you have to repeat after me for better practice. Okay, now look at over there. This is the first letter which we have to do practice. The first one is the letter Alif, then the letter Lam, and then the letter Mim. Lam and Mim are joined together. You can see the letter Lam has mud and the letter Mim also has mud. You have recognized it already. Now you have to stretch Lam and Mim for almost 6 counts. Now you have to do practice. Repeat after me. Alif, Lam, Mim. Now you can see I have stretched the letter lam and mim for almost 6 counts. And notice one more thing, you can see over there this shad on mim and it's pink also. So you have to put force on the letter mim. Okay, for this sign, the two spike sign is said to be shad. So you have to put force on mim. This is a very important part of this pronunciation. Okay, now you have to repeat after me the counts. I will tell you that how you're going to say the counts, how you can measure that now its stretching is done. Basically the way is open your 5 fingers. Okay, open your 5 fingers of your hands and one finger of another hand. Okay, now when you open the 6 fingers, you will start stretching and you will start to close your fingers gently. When you're done with the closing all the 6 fingers, it means that you're done with pronunciation. That's basically the way to count your maya. Just like this, when you're about to stretch the letter for 2 counts, open your 2 fingers, close them gently, you're done with the stretching. So you have to do it after me, okay? When I will do the stretching, you will open your fingers and you will measure that how much I have stretched the letter, okay? Now again repeat after me and your task is to measure the stretching with me. Alif, Lam, Mim. That's basically how you're going to pronounce these letters one by one. Now going towards the next one. In this one, Lam, Mim and Sod. These 3 letters have the mud. So you have to stretch them again just like we did with the previous one with 6 counts. And with each of the letter, your task is to measure the stretching by opening your fingers and doing it as I told you. Alif, Lam, Mim, Sad. Putting force on mim, okay, and again repeating it after me. Alif, Lam, Mim, Sad. That's it. Now the next one is, now you can see in this one, the first one, the black one, lam has mud, but the second one has alif like sign, okay? Alif like symbol, and I told you that this letter is to be stretched for 2 counts. Okay, so now you have to stretch it for 2 counts. You have to repeat after me. For the letter Ra, 2 counts, and for the letter Lam, 6 counts. Alif, Lam, Ra. That's it. So mention this thing, the stretching of Lam must be more than Ra because both have the different kind of stretching. Repeat after me. Alif, Lam, Ra. Now the next one and this one, you can see it's just like the previous one with the meme in between the lam and ra, having the 6 count stretching on meme, okay, and shad. Put force on meme, doing 6 count stretching on lam and meme and 2 counts on ra. Alif, Lam, Mim, Ra. That's it. Say it after me. Alif, Lam, Mim, Ra. Now you can see this one, the next one is a little bit tricky because this one is the 5 letters joined together, the disjoint letters, the 5 letters. The first one is Kaf, having a mud, demanding 6 count stretching. Then Ha and Ya both to be stretched for 2 counts. Then Ain and Sod both to be stretched for 6 counts again. You have to stretch them as I told you, okay, as the counts I told you. Now you have to estimate the countings along with me and repeat after me after that. Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad. Now you can see I stretched ha and ya for 2 counts, but kaf, ain and sod, these 3 were counted, was stretched more than ha and ya. Repeat after me. Kaf, ha, ya, ain, sod. That's it. Good job. Now going to the next one, and this one, both the letters or and ha, as I mentioned in the beginning, they have to be stretched for 2 counts only, okay, not more than that. Or that's it. That's the sound of the letter. Or good job. Now the next one you can see or for 2 counts, seen and meme, both the letters for 6 counts. You have to repeat after me. Meme. But one thing is which you have to focus on this letter is seen, not to be pronounced as seen, because normally if you notice when you pronounce the letter seen, it has n like sound at the end, noon sound at the end. But when you will join seen with meme, then no noon sound will be there. You have to say it seem, okay, like noon sound is excluded. This is basically the way how you pronounce when the noon is joined with the next letter, that the exact noon sound is to be evicted. Okay, so you have to repeat after me while noticing this thing, that I will not say any noon sound there. Okay, that's it. And the point which was to be noticed in this letter was mostly not saying the noon sound. Now the next one you can see, it has again the thaw having 2 counts and the scene having 6 counts, which you have to say it after me. Thaw, scene, thaw, scene. Next one again, like the previous one. Yasin, Yasin. That's it. Now this one is the letter Sod, the long letter with the mud for to be stretched for 6 counts. Sod, Sod. Very good. Now next one you can see, this one is the ha, the 2 counts and meme for the 6 counts. Now with enough practice, I know this thing that if you have done the focus, now you will be capable enough to recognize that which letter is to be said with 2 count stretching and which one is to be said with the 6 count stretching. Because as you know, the practice makes men perfect. With the practice, you can get the things quickly, inshallah. Now say it after me. Hamim. Hamim. That's it. Now the next one you can see, Hamim just like the previous one, and the next 3 letters joined together having the same 6 count stretching. Hamim. Ain, Sin, Qaf. Hamim. Ain, Sin, Qaf. Very good. The next 2 letters are the simple letters with 6 count stretching. That's it. Qaf, Qaf. The last one, Noon, Noon. Okay, now that was basically the practice of the disjoint letters with the proper stretching for the 2 counts and the 6 counts, as I told you. Basically, now you have to do is just to practice again and again, and you have to measure the counts. As I have mentioned earlier, the way I told you for opening the fingers and then matching them with your stretching, that's the best way to count your stretching. Okay, so you have to do practice again and again, inshallah, because these letters will come many times in Quran, as I mentioned, almost in 29 surahs in the beginning of them, so they carry much importance in tajweed. Now you have to do practice by yourself, inshallah. Now we'll meet again with another lecture, with another lesson. Till that time, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.